Hi there. There's a quote by George Bernard Shaw. I learned a long time ago not to wrestle with pigs. It's a quote that has had a tremendous influence on my approach to dealing with difficult people and situations. I seem to be a magnet for crazy people. I can be walking down the street, minding my own business, and I'm interrupted by someone and the weirdest stuff ends up happening. Like recently, I was walking my dogs on a beautiful sunny day, thinking about how wonderful life is when you get the sun and the air for free. Thankfully, our governments haven't figured out a way to tax us for sunshine and air just yet. And then all of a sudden, while I'm walking my dogs, this car comes speeding out of a driveway and almost runs us over. In that moment of anger, I gestured to the driver to be more careful, and it ended up becoming a verbal altercation. Now, I'm not one to back down from a fight. If it means I'm standing up for what I believe in, or my family or friends, then I can be pretty damn determined. But in this situation, I could tell there was something just not right with this driver. For a start, any rational person who just about runs someone over with his dogs would be apologetic. Well, at least I would be. But in this situation, the driver was just plain belligerent and vindictive. And it got me thinking. In life, we often encounter individuals who leave us wondering, what was that all about? These are people who are troubled. Some might even call them train wrecks. They're continually self-sabotaging and seeking validation for their low self-esteem through arguments that often turn ugly. You might know people like this or have had experiences with them in the past. Sadly, there are many people out there like this. They're the kind of people who are continually looking to argue and fight with others. In their childhood, some might call it juvenile behavior, expecting that as a person becomes an adult, they grow out of this pattern of behavior. But sadly, in many cases, they don't. They end up being stuck in a vacuum, in a black hole, where there is no emotional growth. Instead, they keep repeating the same cycles over and over again, butting heads with people regularly and ending up alienating anyone who crosses their path. And this isn't just isolated to people on the streets or social settings. I've seen it plenty of times in the workplace too. People who are prickly, passive-aggressive, and even overtly aggressive. People will step around them on eggshells trying to avoid anything that may trigger an argument. It's no way to live or work. But the lesson I've learned from all of this is you just can't reason with the unreasonable. The best thing you can do, not only for your own happiness, but the welfare of the argumentative person, is avoid wasting your time arguing with them because you'll get nowhere. Engaging in arguments with people is often pointless and will just suck the energy out of you. It's like, as George Bernard Shaw put it, wrestling with pigs. You'll both end up covered in dirt. And there's more to these arguments and conflicts that meets the eye. Often you are the right person at the right time for a person who has such a low opinion of themselves to help them validate how right they are about themselves through an argument. People become conditioned over time, often starting in childhood, to believe they are not a good person. So they'll continually look for validation of this narrative by getting into arguments and fights to show how much of a bad person they really are. Unfortunately, when you engage with them, you become a mirror, reflecting back the negativity they feel about themselves. So the lesson here is simple but powerful. Don't waste your time arguing with them. Instead, practice forgiveness and understanding. Recognize that their behavior stems from deep-seated issues and that your role in life is not to fix them, or to put it another way, your role is not to follow the rules of their game. By defying their attempts to drag you into petty arguments, not only will you retain your own self-respect, you'll help to break the self-fulfilling cycle these people unfortunately suffer from. As George Bernard Shaw suggests, avoid the struggle and maintain your peace. Have compassion and forgiveness in your heart. Remember, forgiveness doesn't mean you accept their behavior. It means you choose not to let it disturb your peace. In situations like these, the kindest thing you can do is to step back. Don't wrestle with them. Save your energy for battles that matter and for people who lift you up. Life is too short to get bogged down in unnecessary conflicts. So the next time you find yourself facing someone who thrives on drama or negativity, remember George Bernard Shaw's wise words. Choose your battles wisely and let forgiveness guide you. If you've encountered someone like this in your life, I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. Thanks for watching. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. See you in the next video.